Hello Scorpio, and welcome to Truth Seeker Psychic Readings, reminding you of who you really are. Today we're going to look at the month of April 2021, but before we start, if it's your first time on the channel, please subscribe and hit that bell so you never miss a reading again. Now, let's get into the reading. Scorpio, this is your month of April, and you have feminine, 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 feminine. Okay, from what I can see, it's all feminine energy, right? And what this is saying is that is the part of yourself you need to get into more. That is the part of yourself you need to pay more attention to. Now, the feminine is the empathetic, the caring, the nurturing, the imaginative, it is the intuitive, and the creative. That is a side of yourself that you will need to get in touch more with in the month of April in order to succeed, okay? If you get too far into the masculine, which is the thinking brain, the directing, the competitive, the straightforward, the part of you that is strong, that part of you needs to not be pushed aside, but you need to find more balance. And I feel like the feminine, it's asking you, it's calling you here, right here in front of you. It's all feminine, and it's saying, get more into that side of yourself and you will achieve far greater things. You'll find a bigger, greater level of peace, and you will feel much more at ease, okay? Now, your theme for the month is the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords is basically where you are stop-starting, or you have an idea, but you don't know how to implement it. Now, whether it's a lack of good timing, or whether this idea is not something that you are ready to move ahead with because of fears, because you are overthinking, because you feel as though there is nothing good that can come of it. It's basically saying you need to put aside the mind for the moment, okay? The mind can only think so much before it becomes detrimental. You need to get more into the heart. And that is a feminine energy, okay? But it is a coherent energy. So trust in what you feel over what you think this month, and you will do much, much better to bring about new beginnings and new ideas. And your thinking process will be much smoother, okay? So you may want to meditate a little bit. You may want to make sure you get into a routine of moving the body regularly, okay? Getting lots of exercise. That keeps you in the body, connected to your intuition, connected to your heart. And also getting out into nature is going to do that as well. It's going to help you unplug, okay? So rest that mind of yours, rest that beautiful mind, and don't analyze, just feel, okay? The more you do that, the easier your beginnings and your opportunities and your ideas are going to flow. Flow state, now that is the thing you need to get into. More flow, the better life becomes, okay? And once you just trust your intuition and you keep going with it and you forge ahead without questioning it, you know, the mind will not comprehend what's going on, but the life will unfold for you in the most perfect way, okay? Because your heart knows what is best for you. It is connected to your soul, and everything that comes through emotions-wise from your heart is going to guide you. So trust it now, trust it. Do yourself a favor, give yourself a challenge. Say, this month I'm going to trust how I feel and go all the way with it, okay? Don't doubt yourself. Now, the Two of Pentacles right next to the Ace of Swords is basically saying that you are trying to work too hard this month and you are trying to do too much with your time. It is asking you to be more efficient. I'm just saying creativity will trump the analyzing, and it will trump your sense of being all over the place and trying to do too much. So slow it down, get creative. Ask yourself, how can I be more efficient? How can I smooth line this process? Less is more here. Quality over quantity and minimalism, right? Those are the three aspects of Two of Pentacles that you need to master. If you can do that, then you'll do well. Now, I appreciate if you have a family, if you have kids, if you have a partner, if you have pets, if you have a full-time job and you're working hard and you're doing more than that, I understand, but if you let go a little bit of the stress and the worries and the concerns, and you focus a little bit more on what makes you happy and on what brings you back to balance, your month will be much more efficient. Okay, you need to focus more on yourself, and you need to bring a sense of value into your own life so that you can value yourself and you can forge ahead without feeling distracted. And the Two of Swords in the middle is saying that you have a very big decision to make this month. It's not a decision that you'll be able to make essentially from the mind only, from the analytical mind. As these crows are saying, the mind is sharp, barking at you all of these different messages, and you can very much get caught up in that and still not have an answer. So look to the heart, come back to the heart, trust in the heart, trust what you feel, use your emotions as a guide. It will help you, I guarantee it. It will help you make a decision. If anything, you could just take a step back, meditate, do some meditation, see what comes out of it, okay? When you meditate and when you do it regularly, you allow ideas to flow, things will come to you. It will be natural. You will bring your body back to balance, and that's what it's needed. You've got 2 twos here saying and asking for you, balance, please. I need balance of the mind, I need balance of the body. Now, we often forget that we are actually 4-part beings. We have an emotional body, we have a physical body, we have a mental body, and we have a spiritual body. And we have to take care of all 4. And these are only 2 aspects, body and mind. But most people only live a life in the body. And so they are looking for, money, success, material wealth, things that satisfy and gratify their body, and food and all that sort of thing. Whilst those things are amazing for the human experience, we are forgetting the 4 main reasons why we're here. There's a spiritual side, there's a mental side, there's a physical side, and an emotional side. Learning to take care of all 4 is going to create a sense of balance. And this is not something I'm expecting you to all do in 1 month. Okay, this is a lifelong practice. But essentially this month, you just want to learn to get out of the mental body. Okay, now the 8 of Swords is another reminder of that. And this is basically where you are doing too much thinking, where you are residing in the mind, whether you're thinking about the past or thinking about the future, both are distracting you, and the past takes you back to situations that you can't control. They're out of your hand, they're done. So what can you do with the past but learn from it? Learn from it, take the lessons, take those golden nuggets of wisdom, use them to forge ahead, rather than getting stuck there and beating yourself up over something that happened 10 years ago. You have to let go. You have to let go. If you can let go, then you'll surrender, you'll feel at peace, and you'll be able to focus more on the moment and where you are. Now, if you're thinking about the future and what hasn't happened yet, then you're creating anxiety and you're stressing about what's happening that hasn't happened yet. So I want you to focus more on where you are, focus on directing your energy into the heart and out of the mind so that you can feel much better. Now, I'll give you a quick tip this month. If you can just do this practice once a day, I guarantee you will feel better at the end of the month. Now, close your eyes, put your hand over your heart, and for 60 to 90 seconds, all you need to do is breathe. While you do this, it is creating a heart-mind connection. It is balancing your emotions. It is helping you critically think for yourself. And it is de-stressing you, okay? It is creating what is called a coherent heartbeat. Now do this once a day for 30 days and just watch what happens, okay? It will take you out of your mind, it will balance your heart and mind, and it will create balance. That is what you need. Now, right at the end, the hangman is not necessarily stuck. The hangman is perhaps finding themselves in a situation where they can reflect. Because if you're looking at the water like this, you're looking at your reflection, you're also looking at life from a different perspective. And when you get to do this, everything changes. You're not caught up in the thinking mind. You're not caught up in the madness. You're not caught up in the imbalance. And you're definitely not caught up in yourself. You are liberating. You are finding the light. You're going beyond, and you are finding what is important to you in your life. So the hangman represents a situation this month that will stop you in your tracks, but not in a negative way. It will cause you to stop and realize that the overthinking and the stress and the worry and the anxiety is not doing you any good. Okay, so take that opportunity to look at life from a new perspective and say to yourself, I don't have to live like this. I've got far too much to gain in my life. You know, this is just a moment. This too shall pass. And I feel like you will go and do wonders to get above and beyond this mind and find the rest of yourself. There's so much more for you to experience, so much more for you to gain, and it's going to be an amazing month. So if you enjoyed this reading, please subscribe to the channel. Please also like the video. If you can also share it with your friends, that would be amazing. And comment in the comments below. I really want to hear your thoughts on this one. Share with me your experiences, and I will see you all in the next reading.